Okay, hi everyone, it's Mike Heydrich. Some folks have asked me to make a video on how I hang my binder bins on my French Cleat Slat wall walls. So these are some of the cabinets that I currently have hung on my walls. So I wanted to explain, for those folks that don't know what a French cleat is, you can see that all of the slats on my walls all have a 45-degree angle cut into the slat. And the way this works is, this is a cleat here that slips in and out of the slot. You can see, and it has the mating profile cut in it, so the backwards 45. So that's a cleat. And when you stick that in, then gravity pulls it down and it holds it flush to the wall. So I took that system and I attached it to some steel case binder bins. These are 30-inch binder bins that I bought from a restore place. And the way these work is when you open them up, traditionally in your cubicle at work or whatever, there's brackets that hang on the side that provide some stability. So those angle brackets are what I use to attach my cleat. So there's one of the cleats that I just showed you, cut to length. Now, when they're attached to the cubicle walls, they have a bracket that you need to cut off. And that is steel, so you end up needing a metal blade in order to cut those off. So once you get those all cut off, I also recommend that you reinforce all of the spots where there's screws from the factory because they're fairly floppy, if you will, by design because they're of the way their brackets mount on the cubicle walls. So if you reinforce those, put some at the bottom and at the back, and reinforce those angle brackets, it really provides a lot more rigidness to the binder bin. And then what I did was I made a jig that's 3 1/4 inches or so. That's this space here, and that way I rested when it was on its back. Rested the cleat. You want to make sure you mount the cleat so that the angle is correct, so that it'll slip into the slat on your wall. And you can also use other systems, slat wall systems. You just need to adjust them for whatever brackets. If you've purchased your slat wall system or whatever, you can just take whatever brackets are used to mount those and apply a similar technique. But all of my slat walls homemade. I made all the slats and everything, and they're actually my walls. So here's some of the tools I used. You'll want to drill those angle brackets. So that's a 5/16 inch drill bit. This is a 5/16. This is a 5/32 drill bit. This is a 5/16 driver. That's used to attach the hex washer head slotted screws that I used. That's what I used to attach the cleat through the brackets. They're number 12, 3/4 inch. And then to reinforce all of the spots on the actual cabinet, I use number 8 1/2 inch lath screws that have a drill point. Those are real nice because they'll actually drill through the steel and create their own spot to actually mount. To cut the brackets off, I just use a jigsaw or a saber saw. I love the Bosch bits. This is a T123X, which is one of their Progressor extra clean metal cutting bits or blades. So these are T-shank blades, so you'll need to make sure your saber saw will actually take those. Then I also had some clamps and markers and stuff, really just to fix the jig. There's the jig board, and then that's actually another cleat sitting on top there. Like, you'll have to cut that to width, whatever size cabinet you might be mounting. You don't have to only do this for the steel case cabinets. You can affix any kind of box or whatever you want to make. This is just a system for mounting and making things a little more organized. My walls are really tall. They're 16 foot tall, but I've got some extremely tall ladders and a scissor lift that I'm using that allow me to actually use those right now. And so I've been working on these binder bins, getting those all made and hung up. I bought a whole mess of them, so it's taken me quite a while to actually get those done. But anyways, I wanted to show how I'm mounting the cabinets on my walls, give you some ideas for doing some organization in your shop. If you've got a lot of wall space, it's a real quick, easy way to get those cabinets up on the wall, and then that way you can fill them full of all the stuff that's seldom used if they're up high. It's Mike Heidrich. Have a great night.